As we know, Mother Nature has been having her way with us as cold temperatures, snow and ice have wreaked havoc on our state. And while your pipes and heating units are always a focus during the winter months, pests are also a problem when it turns bitter cold outside. And here with us to chat about pest-proofing our homes in the winter months is Steve Hudak, Service Manager with Exterminators. Thank you so much for coming in today. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so just like we seek shelter from the cold, pests are also looking for food, water, and shelter, right?
Yes, they are, definitely. They're trying to get in the homes, trying to find comfort, trying to find food, and especially with the snow on the ground, it makes it harder for them to do that outside.
What kind of pests are we talking about here?
We're looking at mice, rats, German cockroaches, bed bugs, all that stuff loves being in the home in the wintertime.
And those are the things that if you're like me, you're going to be jumping on the table if you see running across your floor. Okay, so you say there are some things that we can do to prevent these varmints, these bugs from entering our home. First, you say seal cracks around the foundation and pay attention to pipes.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of the times it's overlooked and people don't think of that being as an entry point, but that is the most common entry point for pests, rodents, and for ants and other insects that we have.
So seal proof those. You say check your screens and chimneys?
Yes, you want to check doors. You also want to make sure that you have a good cover over your chimney to keep larger animals and rodents from getting down in your chimney.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. This one seems obvious, but it's a really good point. Sanitation is key, making sure not to leave out dirty clothes or food in the kitchen.
Yes, clean dishes daily, because anything that you leave out, cockroaches and ants would love to get their hands on it, and they will if you leave it out.
And they're going to seek that out. Okay, you say making sure trees and bushes are trimmed back can also be a big help. How so?
Because even if you have pest control services, they can get around any measures that you do to help keep them from getting on the home, and it just makes a highway for them to get right on your house.
Oh, that's a really good point. And you say, finally, where you store your firewood matters. I would have thought about that.
Yeah, if you store your firewood right up against the home, it's going to provide not only moisture, but obviously a source of food for termites and other insects that, cockroaches and different things that feed on it. So store it away from the home, somewhere far away and up off the ground to keep it dry.
And before we wrap real quick, let's talk about treatment. So folks, and I've had this question a lot, and I'm sure it depends on when your house was built, what it's built on. How often do you recommend people getting a treatment, and especially around the winter months? Around
the winter months even, you want to continue to do a quarterly service, because if you do it less often than that, typically a lot of the just looking at this stuff is missed. So you want to have somebody out there quarterly keep an eye on your home for you.
So preventative is key instead of trying to find afterwards.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, thank you so much, Steve. We really appreciate it. These are fantastic tips. And we have even more tips that we're going to put on our website to keep you and your family safe from pests during the fall and winter months. For more information, go to twcnews.com and click on this story under the in-depth section.